What if I told you the Antichrist is already among us, and that his plan to establish a world government is already underway? In this video, we'll explore evidence and theories suggesting the arrival of the Antichrist. We'll investigate his possible role in creating a world government, a singular structure of power that many believe will change the destiny of humanity forever. To understand the impact of a world government, we first need to grasp the concept of the Antichrist, a central figure in various religious prophecies who, according to many, represents evil disguised as a savior. In Christian tradition, the Antichrist is seen as a being who, under the guise of peace and salvation, will seduce humanity. According to these beliefs, he will not appear as openly evil, but rather as a charismatic figure capable of uniting the world under promises of prosperity while concealing a dark and devastating agenda. But this concept isn't exclusive to Christianity. Many cultures and religions have similar figures. In Islam, there's Al-Masih ad-Dajjal, known as the false Messiah. In Hindu scriptures, there's Kali, a destructive spirit marking the end of a cycle. Now, what is a world government? For many, this idea represents a system of absolute control in which a single global authority governs all nations. While ambitious, this concept raises concerns. Power concentrated in a few hands might not guarantee peace, but rather a false sense of security. Prophecies and modern analyses suggest that this supposed global peace could hide something more sinister, a system designed to lead humanity into total submission. Under the illusion of unity and safety, this world government might be crafted to control beliefs, actions, and even the thoughts of individuals. We live in times of crisis and uncertainty. From armed conflicts to climate change and pandemics, humanity seems to be facing an unprecedented series of challenges. Could these events be signs of something greater, as foretold in prophecies? Some believe these crises are paving the way for a figure of power to emerge, someone who will offer solutions, albeit at a very high price. Prophecies point out that the Antichrist will seize moments of chaos to promise peace and order, an offer that a struggling humanity might find irresistible. In such a divided world, the emergence of global leadership seems inevitable. Several influential figures have begun to stand out for their ability to address the need for global peace and unified collaboration. While we can't point fingers definitively, some theories suggest certain prominent figures on the world's stage might be related to the rise of the Antichrist, or at least be key tools in implementing his plan. We've seen global initiatives aiming for unprecedented collaboration. From the Paris Agreement to global health campaigns and the establishment of international organizations, there seems to be a clear effort to centralize power and coordinate global responses. Prophecies from various cultures warn of a figure who will appear in desperate times, presenting himself as humanity's savior. In Christian tradition, this figure is the Antichrist, who promises peace and order, but with a dark purpose. Some believe this figure will unite nations and calm the chaos consuming the world. However, this peace would not be genuine, but rather total control, disguised as order. But how could the Antichrist deceive so many people? According to these theories, this leader would possess immense charisma, a gifted orator capable of inspiring and offering solutions to seemingly insoluble problems. His personal charm and words would generate a massive, blind, and fervent following. Through this charisma, the Antichrist would lead millions to see him as their absolute guide without questioning his intentions. Thus, promises of miraculous solutions, peace, and stability become his most powerful weapons for establishing unprecedented control. Throughout history, we've seen leaders who promise peace and prosperity in exchange for absolute power. Figures like Napoleon Bonaparte, Adolf Hitler, and other charismatic rulers convinced their people that they were the solution. Many of these leaders used similar tactics. They created a common enemy, promised security, and presented their visions as the only salvation. Yet their promises of peace often led to control, violence, and the loss of freedom for their people. The term New World Order often appears in conspiracy theories, prophecies, and geopolitical analyses. But what does it really mean? Broadly, the New World Order refers to the creation of a global government, a centralized structure controlling nations and their resources under the leadership of a single, powerful figure. This theory suggests that amid global crises and conflicts, the need to unify nations would arise to guarantee peace and world order. However, critics of this idea argue that behind this promise of stability lies a plan for total domination. In the modern era, there are forces accelerating the possibility of a new world order. Globalization has interconnected countries and their economies like never before. Social media and the digital economy allow information and control to be centralized and disseminated at unprecedented speeds. At the same time, power has increasingly concentrated in the hands of a few corporations and international organizations. Instead of many authorities, we see fewer centers of control capable of making decisions that impact the entire world. According to some prophecies, this New World Order isn't just a system of control, it's the means by which the Antichrist would dominate humanity. By promising security, justice, and unity, he would establish a global dictatorship disguised as a benevolent government. This connection between the Antichrist and the New World Order serves as a warning, a global leadership that, far from bringing lasting peace, might plunge humanity into an era of oppression and loss of freedom. Imagine a world where all conflicts and divisions have disappeared, and a single global authority promises peace and security. But what is the cost of this stability? According to these prophecies, that cost would be enormous: total control, the loss of freedoms, and unprecedented mass surveillance. The price of this peace would be the complete surrender of our individual freedoms, the renunciation of privacy, and the ability to question authority. Under a centralized system, every action and thought could be monitored and controlled. Is it really possible to have peace without conflict? Or would it simply be an illusion, a mechanism to dominate humanity under the guise of order and stability? In this controlled future, peace would be fragile, maintained by the fear of disobedience. Prophecies warn that this apparent global peace is, in reality, a prison without visible walls, where advanced technology wouldn't serve as progress, but as a tool to maintain power and silence dissent. We live in a world filled with rapid changes and promises of solutions, but it's essential to keep our eyes open and minds alert. We mustn't accept any idea simply because it offers peace or security without questioning its true motives. Remember, according to these theories, the Antichrist won't be an obvious figure of evil, but a leader with enormous persuasive power, capable of attracting and deceiving many. The choices we make today could be crucial for the future of our freedom. So, are you ready to face this possible reality? We're living in times where the truth might be harder to find than ever. Will you dare to uncover it? If this message made you think, share this video and help others reflect as well. Subscribe to our channel and share your thoughts on the possible arrival of the Antichrist and the establishment of a world government. Your opinion matters.